Saturday mornings are your time to get inspired here on Smile Radio with me, Adele Clough. I'm a life coach inspiring everyone to live their happiest, most fulfilling life. Join me 9 till 10 a.m. every other Saturday.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Michael Featherstone and I'm lead guitarist with the Rumble Skulls. We've got a new album out called Lady Pilot, and you can hear it right here on Smile Radio. Enjoy!
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmoor Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
Non-stop and back-to-back.
Playing the new music from independent artists around the world. This is your Smile Radio.
Holy e-bike lads! Holy superb indie music variety! Oh, but hang on. No, wait a minute. This is the Ritchie J Show! Holy Yorkshire Puds! And I'm indie recording artist Jerry Hall coming live at you from Wakefield, Yorkshire, England on Smile Radio. And we're set to go with some of the most superb and diverse independent music from across the globe. Holy God's cold-trimmed cowpats! Holy tea-packs and crumpets! Holy blimminack, and let's get on with it. So without further ado, here's your host of the show, Mr. Ritchie J.
Hello, sorry about that. That come in a little bit too late there for some reason. It's been a while since I've been on radio, you see, so yeah, I'm a little bit rusty around the edges. But yes, welcome back. It is the Ritchie J Show here on Smile Radio. From 12 till 2 this afternoon, we've got a great selection of new music. We've got a song from the main man himself, Jerry Hull, coming up this afternoon. And not only that, I'm not alone. I'm joined by me main man Jonno from Middlesbrough. How you doing, Jonno? Alrighty, yeah. So yeah, you've got a week off work this week. Have you actually done much this week?
Nope.
Nah, it's just all video games, isn't it?
Having a week off, right?
Oh, that's it. It's the whole point. That is blatantly the point of having a week off, is to do as little as possible. Unfortunately, being a parent, that doesn't actually happen. That's why I had to take a break over summer, because it was going to turn into The Shining otherwise. Because Jake was driving me nuts. As much as I love that kid, every morning from 7 o'clock till pretty much the minute he goes to sleep, it was pretty full on. So yeah, I spent summer doing that. We've been working on a cartoon over summer, so we're going to talk a little bit about that in this show. We've got some great new music. We've got a happy birthday wish to throw out in a little while, but first off, to kick today's show off, I've got a song from my main man Jerry Hull, and it is called Now You're Off, and it's from his forthcoming album. So yeah, come check this one out. We're now playing it right here, right now. This is your Smile Radio.
Jerry Hall, independent recording artist, and you're listening to Smile Radio.
Yes, that was the newest one there by my main man, Jerry Hall. Now, I was saying in the interlude there, because I was looking at Jerry's poster yesterday when he sent it to me, and the other day I'd been watching something on Funny or Die on Facebook, and it was about the greatest roadie ever, and it featured Danny McBride, and I love Danny McBride. He's hilarious. His comedy's one of a kind and that. And I'm pretty sure that I might be being trolled by Danny McBride because, you know, Jerry and Danny, give or take a beard and a mullet, they look pretty much the same. So, you know, Jerry, I'm onto your secret, man. I'm onto your secret. But that's another great song there by Jerry Hall from his forthcoming album. Go check him out. He is available on Spotify. Anyway, we're going to bring Jonno back in. How you doing, Jonno? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, let's have a moment and talk about some gaming, because, Red Dead Redemption's just released this latest update. I was indulging myself a little bit in it this morning. I noticed that I like the stern that you threw in there with that one, because, I've had... what it is I signed up to Amazon Prime, and as part of Amazon Prime, if you log in to Twitch and sync your accounts up and then go onto Rockstar and sync your Rockstar account. You got to sync up so many accounts to do this. But with Twitch Prime, you get Twitch benefits. And I didn't realise yesterday or till today that my Twitch benefit was actually getting a free one of the new classes on the new update on Red Dead Redemption. Because you can be a frontiersman now. You can go out and hunt. You can go out and be a bounty hunter, or you can go out and be a treasure hunter. Unfortunately, Jonno can't, because you have to use the in-game currency to purchase the licenses to do each of these new trades. Now, we had a little chat about it this morning, and you said, I'm not surprised that Rockstar did this, because, it seems like the typical Rockstar thing to do, to use the in-game currency to buy the bonus parts of that. So yeah, let's elaborate on that a little bit. Your experience of it last night, because you've been waiting for this update for a while, haven't you, as well as I have?
Well, it brought me back to the game. I was finally ready to jump back into Red Dead, do something new.
And then the computer said, no, Johnny, you need to buy
our
thing. Now, as Game Boys, we have a golden rule that we never buy in-game currency. I mean, I don't know about the other guys, but I mean, me and Jonno, we don't do that stuff.
Me and you definitely don't.
The cool club, we don't do that. Mainly because at the same time, you can work hard on the game. It's like real life. It's depressing because it's like real life. You work really hard, you can still get the same thing without actually having to pay for it. You know what I mean? So there's that. But yeah. I started today. I started last night. I've gone on the path of the collector. I'm going out on adventures in the Wild West and finding eggs and maps, and I don't know, I found some arrowheads and some stolen jewelry under a chimney stack this morning, and some tarot cards as well. Apparently there's a big money in tarot cards and that. But yeah, I'm going out into the world to be a collector, and I thought, you know what, because I got it free yesterday, I was like, I must be eligible to do all 3 classes as part of my Twitch Prime. No. So for those of you that haven't actually jumped on the update yet, let me fill you in a little bit of this. If you're a Red Dead fan and you go online and you go play on the update, expect to have at least a minimum of 45 gold bars. That way you'll be able to get each of the 3 new classes on this Frontiersman update. It is a bull to me, to be fair, because really it should be getting the people playing it, and then you should earn that gold through doing those missions. I mean, you're going to do that anyway, but you got to pay them something to let you do something as well. And you mean, let's face it, Red Dead Redemption is a 60 quid game. It's 60 quid just for the original edition. If you go premium or go special edition, you're talking about 80, 90 quid. So for them to then say to you, you've got to pay in-game currency, which you can buy from the Rockstar store, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, is that? You know, it's really cheeky, I think. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on it, Jonno, but it's kind of one of
especially when you do the missions that you can do without unlocking these.
Yeah, but
and you get 0.2
gold, isn't it? Yeah, and it gets repetitive because they're the same old missions, right? Go hunt so-and-so, go kill so-and-so, go figure this out, go find this, and go escort this, and they're all the same. The other thing is that you can always go on the matchmaking games, which I don't really like doing. When it comes to games like that, I'm more of I like going on the map. If I play GTA, I don't really do the missions anymore. I'm all about the stuff that's available on map as opposed to going in and out.
I'm playing it for the open world.
experience.
Role-playing experience.
Oh, that's it. And the fact that we want to go do these missions, you've got to go into a loading screen, and then you've got to go into another loading screen. You've got to pick what you want. I don't like all that stuff. I like to just roll around in the Old West, like riding my horse, which is called Delaroyce. I named my horse Delaroyce. I don't even know why I named it Delaroyce. I just thought it was a cool name.
I'm not going to say what I named mine.
Yeah, well, the less said about that, the better. Hey, Jonno. Anyway, let's have some more new music here on Smile Radio. First of all, I've got to wish a happy birthday to this artist, because it's her birthday today, this September the 11th. This is Bethnie Rose, and this is a song called Will You. She's a great indie acoustic artist, and she's like one of our #1 supporters on Twitter, so I've got to give you a big shout out there, Bethany. Thank you very much for all of the tweets, retweets, and love that you give to Smile Radio, because, you know, it's you guys, the independent artists, that make us, not the other way around. As much as you all think it's you guys that make the show what it is, not us, you know. So yeah, it's all
without
you.
Your music, we are nothing.
Yeah, we're just a couple of guys sitting there with our thumbs up our bum just talking nonsense. That's what we are, you know. But anyway, this is the birthday girl, Bethnie Rose, and this is a song called Will You. Rocking out with Ritchie and Jonno this what day are we on? Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, Wednesday on Smile Radio.
Wednesday.
I lie awake, I lie open, my thoughts are swimming, my thoughts are uncontained, they roam over you as I'm wishing you would say my name. And I lie awake, and I lie open, my thoughts are swimming, and my thoughts are uncontained, they roam over you as I'm wishing you would say my name. messing up our skills. This ain't the after Sunday takers all for fools.
Hey, on radio, home of the Game Boys, every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Now back to some great music. Hasta la vista.
Yeah, welcome back. It's Smile Radio. It is Wednesday. I keep forgetting the day. Honestly, I'm so behind on my days at the moment.
Because you used to us doing Game Boys.
Well, yeah.
Thursday.
On that note, though, it's the Game Boys triumphant return this Thursday night from 9 o'clock. You'll be able to catch us. I believe it's just me, you, and Rhino this week. Possibly Jambo. He's on a 12/8, I think, if I remember rightly. So, if you're in Norwich and you fancy a Mackey's, head over to Mackey's. It'll give you a free McDonald's if you tell him that the Game Boys sent you. But yeah, welcome back. It's the Ritchie J Show.
This is 100% real.
With Jonno, yeah, 100% real. It's not fake bait or anything like that. I promise you. I absolutely promise you, it's not fake bait.
This is not fake news.
There's enough of that going around at the moment. Over the course of summer, of course, this year, we've got to see the British government kind of self-implode. It was really weird the other day. I was listening, like when I cook at night, on the odd occasion that I cook dinner for the family and that. I like to save it because then they really appreciate it. You know what I mean? I was listening to my Spotify playlist, and I just, when I'm cooking, I listen to random stuff. I have a mix of my unsigned, and I have a mix of classic rock and anarchy rock and stuff. Anyway, Anarchy in the UK came up 3 times throughout this playlist, like just randomly out throughout this playlist, like Anarchy in the UK. I was just like, well, I guess Spotify's trying to tell me something. I don't really know, but yeah, it's on that note. But yeah, over summer, the British government's imploded, but the Game Boys, we exploded. We started our own cartoon, which you'll be able to see very, very soon. We're going to have like little bits of, little segues of our old shows going up in animated form while we're working on the premise of a 6-episode series. So keep your eyes open. It will be going out on all good viewing platforms. It'll be featuring myself, Jonno, Rhino and Jambo, and yeah, maybe
possibly a little bit of jam.
Possibly a little bit of jam, yeah. But also, not only that, we're getting the other Smile Radio members involved. Do you remember Roy Rogers, who I used to do the other station with, like some shows with and stuff?
I do.
Yeah, well, he might be coming in for a guest spot on the cartoon. We've got Rich and Chris, they want to come in as a guest spot on the cartoon as well. So, we've got plenty of guest spots coming up. And, I'm looking for a theme tune. We've got a theme tune that's copyrighted that we can't really use, and I love it. But I want an unsigned theme tune because we're all about the unsigned music and that. So, yeah, if you're listening and you're an unsigned artist and you're looking to get your music promoted, we could work out a royalties deal on it as well. We're always open for that. See, I'm using my show to hawk off like selling goods at it, but it's all about sharing the experience. We want to do something new and different, so yeah, keep your eyes open for that. Jonno, you got any news at all lately?
Not really. I've been trying to avoid everybody and everything lately.
Mate, you got to just do what I do. Just be a shut-in. Just lock the door and just don't look back. It's like, yeah, I'm not going out today. Screw that. But yeah, Jake started full-time school this year, so he started about a week and a half ago. You can tell how happy I am since that I've had this little bit of space to sort of get myself back together. Because yeah, I sound all positive and bubbly, which is really unusual.
Got some time to himself.
Considering I'm usually a
you
grumpy
can go
Gus.
in the bathroom and have a cheeky one.
Oi, none of that. This is a daytime show, mate. We're not having none of that in a daytime show. But I got to admit, though, on a crude note, it is nice to take a dump in peace without a kid firing 30 questions at me through the door. Daddy, what's the meaning of life? Not right now, son. It's like stuff like that. But yeah, it's cool. But he's loving it. Honestly, he's got PE today. It's his first PE lesson, and all week he's been nagging me. Is my PE kit ready? Is my PE kit ready? It's like, dude, I took your PE kit in last week. It's already at school ready for you. So don't panic. He got to school this morning. And on the way, he was trying to impress this girl that lives over the road from us. And the first thing he does, he's not looking where he's going. He walks straight face first into a recycle bin. I'd warned him like seconds beforehand. I was like, dude, look where you're going. There's recycle bins. Bonk! And he's just there for a minute like, try to register what's going on. And then he starts crying. So I carry him for a little bit. And I'm like, it's all right, dude. There's no wounds. You probably did more damage to the bin than you did yourself. So I drop him off at school. And there's this little lad there. And his mum goes, can I have a kiss then? I think his name's George or something. Can I have a kiss? And Jake goes in to give the mum a kiss. I'm like, oi, what are you doing? What's this all about? So yeah, my son, I've got to watch out for him. Stacey's mum has got it going on, especially in Jake's case. He's all about the mums. Honestly, he's still all like, even at nearly 5 years old, He will
He's
rather.
gonna be a cougar hunter, isn't he?
He is. He's gonna be like the human Steve Irwin. Like, well, Steve Irwin was human, but he was a crocodile hunter. Jake is the cougar hunter. That's what Jake's gonna be. But yeah. Anyway, enough of my 5-year-old son and his flirtatious ways. Let's have a little bit more music. This next one's by Beach Riot. It's called Robot. You're listening to Rich and Jonno. This is Smile Radio.
Ain't no time to be lonely. Don't know right from wrong. Took a trip to find nowhere. Got no time to be alone. Only wanted to be lost. Ain't no time to be lonely. Got no time to be alone. And there's no way of knowing what it's like to feel numb. Innocence will be always when I feel my heart race. In the sun we say nothing, and I feel my heart. I won't feel right, but I feel right. I won't feel right, but I feel right. Ain't no time to be lonely. Don't know right from wrong. Took a trip going nowhere. Got no time to be alone. Innocence will be always when I feel my heart race. In the sun we say nothing, and I feel my heart. I won't feel right, but I feel right. I won't feel right, but I feel right. I won't feel right, but I feel right. I won't feel right, but I feel.
Watching over me, drinking at the back of the bus. It's easy when you're 16, 'cause time it really starts to hit you. When the long night's coming, don't forget where we started. When the long night's coming, don't forget where we started at. 'Cause I don't think I've changed. I wouldn't have it any other way.
down the soundscape. I tie my hands together with a masking tape. Something doing what they really want to do to you. The naughty things. Shines at the hip. But for me when I fall and dip into a state of unconscious blunders, I unfocused, I drift. In my anecdotes, my interest in facts that holds my attention and keeps me intact. In my anecdotes, my interest in facts that holds my Welcome to the theater. This is my business of play. Come join me in my drama, shouting loudly as we play and play and play. In my anecdotes, my interest in facts that holds my attention and keeps me intact. In my anecdotes, my interest in facts that holds my attention. Drifted and shifted into your gaze, pulling you closer to me, got me through your maze. Drifted and shifted into your gaze. Are we the same? Do you even know my Drifted and shifted into your gaze, pulling you closer to me, got me through your maze. Drifted and shifted into your gaze, pulling you closer to me, got me through your
Five, four, three, two, one. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and you've got it.
This is your Smile Radio, the home of the best new music, best rock, pop, alternative, and great entertainment. Oh yeah!
Yeah, we're back after a little bit of a triple play there.
We are indeed.
Yes, this is the Ritchie J and Jonno show. He's like Robin to my Batman. I guess you could probably be Nightwing. I mean, you'd be a better Nightwing than any of the other guys, I guess. So yeah, you can be Nightwing. That's cool. Right.
What other guy? You've been cheating behind my back, Richie.
Yes, mate. I've got like 5 other backups just in case you're not available. And I just drop a message, be like, "Oh, that other guy's not available. You're free to do the show with me today," and that. And then we hold hands and like sit on each other's laps and do the show. That's the way we go. We're all about that here at Smile.
Is that the guy Jake by any chance?
It is, yeah. Funny enough. So yeah, I've just been looking at the news. In a really depressing turn of facts, in the first half of 2019, retailers have shut 2,870 stores across the UK. Which roughly works out to about 16 shops closing every day as retailers restructure their businesses and more shopping moves online. It's kind of depressing, is that? I mean, I grew up with the high street, like as a kid. It was a big thing for me. Like every time we go up the high street, it's like I want to look in the toy section of the shop. And for Jake, he can do that. But we've got shops like warehouse shops like B&M and Home Bargains now that they've got massive toy sections. They're pretty much what Woolworths used to be, but a little bit more expansive. But the high street, it really is sort of dying. Like you walk past shops now, and it's generally charity shops or estate agents, even pubs. There was a pub in Pontefract. It opened up 2 weeks ago, and then the week after it opened, it shut. So, you know, business is dropping off the high street due to the lack of people that are visiting it now, because everybody does prefer to shop online, which I'm guilty of this myself. I just prefer. I'm one of these guys of convenience. I mean, I don't know about you, Jonno. I do like going into the shop sometimes, but if I'm not in a talkative mood, I can't be bothered, and I'll just order stuff online. It's only really the essentials.
Depends what I'm buying.
Well, I always figure the essentials is the stuff that I've got to go out and get. You know, like milk, bread, all that sort of stuff. That's the stuff that I'll go to the shop for. But when it comes to stuff that, like luxury items, like video games and that, it is generally cheaper to buy your video games and toys online. That's it. I mean, apart from Funkos and that, I mean, I've generally found now that the best place to go for Funkos is B&M, because a 10 quid Funko in there is only $4.99. And I've honestly, I've boosted my collection over summer like you wouldn't believe. I've got most of the Avengers Endgame set. Jake stole my Incredible Hulk one though. I had a Professor Hulk Funko, and Jake stole it from me. Like, because he was a good boy and he really wanted it, I rewarded him with it. So I wasn't really stealing it, but I gave it to him. And I ever since, I'm just gutted. See, me, I've got the freedom this week, but Jonno, however, it's not. Just to clarify, it's not his child, but Jonno's on babysitting duty. So yeah, you're gonna hear a little bit of like child banter in there. You gotta get her on the mic at some point. She's gonna start running the show, innit, Jonno? You know what I mean?
As soon as she starts talking, she can take my spot, mate.
Oh, you don't have to be coherent, mate. Have you heard any of our Game Boy shows? Come on, man. But yeah, don't forget, coming up today, you've got some great music throughout here on Smile Radio. We've got the greatest independent music. We are the home of tomorrow's hottest artists, and you can catch them all today, and that's what we're going to be playing next. The next song is called The Girl With Half a Mind. Now, I'm going to offend the ladies here by saying, isn't that just all women? But I am only kidding, just to clarify, because this is 2019, and you do have to sort of back up a joke with, I was just joking. When did that become a thing? Like, I didn't tell you the other day.
2017.
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, I guess. Well, here's how bad it got the other day, right? So Jake's got his little friend over, and they're playing on the Xbox, and they're playing like Lego City Undercover, where you go and you play as a cop, and you like go out on the street, and you got your police badge, and you can commandeer vehicles. And she's arguing with some train man on there. Like, I don't even know what's going on. And I went, you gotta watch. I'm just messing about, and I'm like, you gotta watch your trouble. And he gave me the filthiest look, and he just walked over. And he left hooked me right in the face. I was stunned. I sent him straight to the naughty step, mind you, because it was a pretty potent hit. As soon as he'd done it, he realised he was in the wrong now, and I had to sit him down and be like, Jake, why are you hitting? We don't raise fists or nothing like that, you know, unless we absolutely need to and that. And honestly, ever since then, it's like he's been delicately walking on eggshells with me for the last couple of days. He won't do anything to cross me because of how cross I got with him at punching me in the face. And I've got to tell you something though. I'm quite proud that kid's got a boxing career, because he has got a powerful left hook, I tell you. For a southpaw, he isn't bad, I tell you. So watch out, boxers. Jake Johnston's heading to the ring in 2045 maybe. I don't know. I can't work out his age to what you got to be a boxer anyway. But yeah, let's have some more music, because we're already nearly 40 minutes into a 2-hour show. Can you believe this? It just happened. It's the time effect. It does. And, you know, I love doing these shows and that, but I love the music as well. So, yeah, this is The Girl With Half a Mind. It's by a band called Mondello. Go check them out. Now, if you are a Facebook user, head on over to Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. You'll see a post on there yesterday that I did, which was New Music Tuesday, where we've introduced all the new music that's playing out on Smile Radio throughout this week. And you can go on the tags and follow some of these great independent artists on there as well. So drop them a follow on Facebook, give them some support on Twitter. Indie depends on people listening. You know, it's not as easy as when you've got a big studio that's like, yeah, we're going to put this into your advertising, and you get a massive online promotion, TV promotions and that. Indie artists can't unfortunately afford that, and they have to. Indie artists are the real RPG players of life, because they have to put the grind in to level up to get to that big arena show. And, you know, they're doing gigs in bars, busking. They have to do whatever it takes. So yeah, show some support for indie today. Go check out some of the great artists on our website as well, www.smileradio.co/featured artists. Go just give them some support. There's links to Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams. Show the love. This is The Girl With Half a Mind. This is Mondello. that one there, Mondello band. It's Mondello Band on Facebook, and that was The Girl with Half a Mind. Yeah, go check them out. They sent me a really nice email, you know. It was one of those, I don't really get it all that often, but it was like, Dear Mr. Johnston. And it's like, I just got to be clear, don't call me Mr. Johnston. That's not my name. Just call me Rich. I'm Ritchie. I'm nice and easy going. So yeah, but thank you very much for your submission. A great little track was that. What did you think to that one, The Girl with Half a Mind, Jonno? And he's gone. He's chipped on me. He liked it. He's current. I liked it. Are you being mangled? He's being mangled at the moment. That poor lad. You know, let's send out some love and respect. 100 shares and 100 likes for Jonno right now, just because he's in pain. You know, send him some love. Send him some Facebook love. Hashtag save Jonno. So yeah. Anyway, coming up today again, great independent music mix throughout the day with all of the best indie music from around the world, from artists that have submitted to us here at Smile Radio. You can check them out, you can give them a listen, give them a follow. Now what I've been doing when I've been uploading the music now is I've been actually putting a Twitter tag, so if you are listening in on the app, you'll see the at so and so and at so and so. That is their Twitter tag. Drop on by Twitter, give them a follow, give them that little retweet. You know, it makes, honestly, one retweet a day makes a world of difference to an independent artist's life, you know what I mean? So yeah, get involved with it, listen to one of their songs on Spotify. I mean, this was the thing. I looked into this a while ago, the royalties that artists actually get on stuff like Spotify and that. And do you know how many plays they've actually got to make to get something decent? It's something like 100,000 plus plays to make something decent out of
Sorry,
it.
I'm back.
He's back. But yeah, something like 100,000 plays to make anything decent on their music and that. So yeah, every little play helps. Anyway, we've got some sad boy stuff.
Say hi to everyone.
This is little Tiger Lily. Hello, Tiger Lily. She's gone all shy now, isn't it? It's a typical kid thing to do. You give them the big moment of shine, and then they're just like, you know what? Nah, it's not for me, man. Next up on the list, we've got Sad Boys Club and Dead Fridays.
Dressed up like an airbag, got salvation yesterday. Guess I didn't need that. And she's cold, but ever gold. 18 and everybody's been there. She's all I've ever known. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Goodbye today, and tonight you're falling on your face. And goodbye today, you're loaded up is what she said. A cold calling, 10 Fridays, ex-girlfriend sleeping in the wrong place. Phone junkies, hot season, binge watching, back feeding. Searching for that fiery face, killer in a headlight. Please don't make this personal, it's gonna take a whole life. I saw another world, nobody knew me and I didn't care. This time you've gotta walk tall, and nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Goodbye today, tonight you're falling on your face. And goodbye today, you're holding out is what she said. A cold calling, 10 Fridays, ex-girlfriend sleeping in the wrong place. Phone junkies, hot season, binge watching and black feeling. She's cold, but ever gold. 18 and everybody's been there. He's all I've ever known. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Nobody's gonna take us anywhere. Goodbye today, tonight you're falling on
has to go and be so cruel. Time it has to go and be so cruel. Why'd you have to go and be so cruel? When nothing ever changes, when I stand to a cabin on the sea, bury my head in a mixer, you realize that I tried to figure it out, stuck to the bottom, am I out of luck? Have I been forgotten, just staring at the same four walls all day? It's so hard spending your time searching for something you might never find. You're wasting your time. You get up and find a sinking feeling. If you want to, if you want to, if you want to, if you want to.
If you're looking for custom-made curtains and blinds, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop. Visit our showrooms at Kingsway Ossett or High Street Normanton. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, go to the Curtain Shop. And if you mention Smile Radio, you'll qualify for free lining for all custom-made curtains. The Curtain Shop, Kingsway Ossett and High Street Normanton. The Curtain Shop.
Well, howdy, y'all. Welcome to Smile Radio, the home of the best independent music and the Beth Williams Independent Music Country Rider Independent Artist Show every Friday here from 2 p.m. on Smile Radio in the UK, the home of the best new music, independent artists, country, America, and alternative every Friday from 2 p.m. And now, if you miss a show, you can catch us all on demand on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and all good podcasting sites. So what are you waiting for, y'all? Come and check out a great show here on Smile Radio. Now back to y'all music.
Hey guys, this is Nick from Not Your Heroes. You can check me out at notyourheroesofficial.net, and you can also listen to me on Spotify and Apple Music. And of course, you are listening to the one and only Smile Radio.
Hey, Smile Radio, home of the Game Boys every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Now back to some great music. Hasta la vista.
Yeah, we're back. We are... I'm having mic issues, bear with me. We're back. There we go. No mic issues again. All fixed. Now, I'm going to bring Jonno back. Hello, Jonno. We're heading into hour 2 of the Ritchie J and Jonno show here on Smile Radio, playing the best indie music from around the world with the best independent artists. Now, the advert you heard there just beforehand was for the Beth Williams show. Come catch her on Fridays from 12 o'clock now. She's in a new slot from 12 till 1. And then from half 1, you can catch the all-new Chip Ahoy with Kevin Chippendale. It's a great little show. He plays like the godfathers of indie. So if you're into your Lou Reed and your sort of quasi-60s, 70s, 80s indie style music, you know, the godfathers of today's music, check out that show. It's here on Smile Radio every Friday from 1:30. Not only that, we've got Roy Rogers kicking off Fridays from 10 a.m. with the Roy Rogers Friday Smile, bringing his mix of music. He's also got a few specials lined up, like soul and Motown, country and western, which will be going out over the course of a few weekends and that. So yeah, stay tuned. Plenty of great stuff here on Smile Radio. Also on Fridays, don't forget, you can catch Rich and Chris in the studio from 4 o'clock with the Drive Time show. 6 o'clock we head over to Tennessee with the Colonel Bacchus radio show. He's as wacky as they come, but his show is amazing, so go check it out. He does his own custom mixes in every show. Like it's dubstep and stuff. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea if I'm honest with you, but if you're into your dubstep, it's great for a Friday night to get you in the mood to going out. From 7 o'clock you've got the JJ Kane radio show. At 9 o'clock you've got the Codfather, and then from time to time me and Jonno drop in with some Renegade rock on a Friday night. So yeah, plenty
every now and then.
So yeah, plenty of stuff to drop by and check out here at Smile Radio. So yeah, check us out, stay tuned, check out our website, check out to see what we've got. We've also been doing some events over summer as well, so if you're looking for something to listen to after the show, obviously after the show here, head on over to Podbean or go onto our website, www.smileradio.co/on-demand, and you can catch some of the great live events that we've had over the course of summer. There was a really big one that we did, and yeah, it was the Live Fields Festival, and it was run by the Live Rooms of Cleckheaton. A fantastic day, so many live bands. There was a guy there called Just John, and he blew his Foo Fighter covers away. Like, the crowd was in awe of his Foo Fighters and that. So if you want to go check that out,
I've got to admit, that was my highlight.
It was, honestly. I think it was My Hero that he did, and that's one of my favourite songs anyway. And yeah, he just nailed it. Like, it was acoustic as well, and yeah, him and Dave Grohl, I think they'd be a great team up at some point. So yeah, Dave Grohl, if you're listening, obviously maybe not, but if you are listening, Dave Grohl, check out Just John, because he nails your songs, man. So yeah, coming up today, we've got the music mix of all of the great independent artists. Tomorrow, we've got the TC Talk Show with Tom Crawford Fitzsimmons live in the Smile Radio studio, talking about the subjects that matter. Last week, he talked about Brexit, you know, the thing that's on everybody's mind at the moment, because it's being force-fed to us everywhere you look. I mean, even on Facebook now, I was scrolling down the other day.
It's everywhere.
Exactly, yeah. Are you prepared for Brexit on October 31st? And I felt like putting a comment saying, no is the government.
I would say it's even on the buses, but...
Well, last time it was on a bus. That's caused a bit of controversy, you know. So, yeah. We're looking at it also in the news today, because I have been sort of following the political arena in my time off of Smile Radio. The Scottish courts have decided that Boris Johnson's closure of Parliament is actually legally not cool. He's made an illegal move. So it's one of these. It's a really weird situation at the moment. We've got a prime minister that we don't really want, but we're kind of stuck with. He doesn't really want the job, and he's stuck with it because nobody's going to give him an election. Which, you know, fair play, because he did sort of, like, he was the guy that was leading the Leave campaign when it sort of happened and that. I'm not really going to share my thoughts on Brexit right now because, to be fair, I'm sick and tired of it, and everybody's got an opinion, and everybody's opinion is very, very different on the matter. And it's got to the point now where we've all forgot the reasons why we get along, and we're focusing on the reasons why we don't get along, which is the whole thing that the media is telling us what we should be doing and who we should be voting for and what we should be agreeing to and that. And at the end of the day, I will give you my 5 minutes of thought on this, and it's not even 5 minutes, it's going to be a few seconds if I'm honest with you. I think it's all a sham, because realistically all we're doing is lining the pockets of the rich while the poor get poorer and suffer. And, you know, I've been watching Dirty Money on Netflix. It's a really great documentary series, and it sort of goes into all of the corrupt scandals that have come out in big businesses. Like the one I watched last night was about Valiant Pharmaceuticals and what they did in America with their pharmaceutical prices. So Valiant, they're a company that sort of buys out other pharmaceutical companies. Now, R&D, research and development, is 18% of, or it's either 8 or 18%, I can't remember, so don't quote me on it, but it's 8 or 18% that each of these companies should be paying on R&D to develop new medications to help their clients. And, you know, well, they call them clients, but it's patients really, isn't it? To make the patients feel better and that. But what Valiant did was they brought all these R&D companies out, stripped them down so nothing was progressing, and then you put 3% back into the R&D. Meanwhile, the big fat cats at the top were pocketing billions at a time, and their stock rose and rose and rose until the government clocked on and was like, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden it's dropped, and it went from a share being like something like $230 a share, maybe even more, to now being worth $8 a share since the corruption come out. And it's not only what they did, it's not only the fact that they were cashing in. What they did was like life-saving treatments. Like there's a disease called Wilson's disease, and it's basically where the body can't manufacture it. There's an issue with your liver and it can't manufacture it can't process copper, and it slowly kills you if you don't have this medication. And there's only like, I think it's something like 30,000 cases of it around the world. It's not a really common illness, but there's a medication for it. Now the medication in America started off at $200 a year, so you pay $200 a year to get your medication for this. Now since Valiant took it over, or when they took over, and nothing has changed since at the time of the documentary airing, that medication that was $200 a year was $200,000 a year, and a lot of insurance companies weren't insuring their patients because of the fact that the medication was costing so much. And that $200,000 was the patient's liability for the year that they had to pay to get this life-saving medication, because if they can't get the medication, they're going to die. And, you know, it's like you have to pay a mortgage to keep yourself alive every year. Just imagine that situation. And that is what is kind of going to happen with Brexit, I think, with the way that we're going. There's all this talk about selling off the NHS and everything like that. There's a lot of talk about it. And the downside to it is if we lose the NHS, we'll be looking at paying like £200,000 a year just to keep ourselves alive for like life-saving medication. Not just that, you got to think of the cost of visiting hospitals. Like some hospital bills, they can go up into hundreds and hundreds of thousands just for the use of equipment and everything like that. Like a diagnosis, that's like $300. You know, so you got to think, is this really the world that we want? Because it isn't. And the thing that everybody seems to have forgotten about it, actually it has turned out to be 5 minutes of thought, is that there's actually more of us than there are rich people, but yet we still let these rich people roll over us like we think it's okay, when really it isn't. It's not cool at all. And when does the line come where it actually stops? That's the big question, isn't it? When does it actually come to the point when somebody's like, it's got to stop now? Because nobody seems to be doing that right now, and it's ridiculous. It really is. And I don't know, do you want to share a thought on that one, Jonno?
No. My thoughts do not.
All right, okay, that's cool. That is cool. We'll save that thought for a late night lineup show, huh? Next up on the list is the C33s, and this one is called Big Winner.
When it's marching near your ear, the pain She keeps her cards close to her chest, trying to be tough, wanna get us out of bed. No, it's so reckless. Too soon to say I love it if that's really where I'm at. Am I overly romantic? Do you really like it? Secretly, I need to hear you say it, 'cause I need to know that you wanna be all in. Time to underwater where no light can creep in. All in, free fall like the ground inside you. Only I can all in. Love it always, driving top down, no speed limit. All in, like the whole world's watching, we're ready to win. You got me where you want me, girl, I won't leave you lonely. You ain't gotta worry, 'cause I'm all in, all in. Down to underwater where no light can creep in. All in, free fall like the ground inside you. Only I can all in. Love it always, driving top down, no speed limit. All in, like the whole world's watching, we're ready to win.
Non-stop and back to back.
Playing the new music from independent artists around the world. This is your Smile Radio.
Trying to get away into the night, but you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Look at the way we gotta have a way to wait. 'Cause what would they say if they ever knew? And so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hands, trying to get away into the night. And you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Holding on to one another's hands, trying to get away into the night. And you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. I think we're alone now.
wasn't that a great cover? That is I Think We're Alone Now, and that is by a little indie band called As December Falls, one of Jonno's favourite bands there. Before that, we had All In by Tom Lawman.
Definitely
and
one of the best you've found.
Big Winner by the C33s. Yes, they are really good. I do really like their music. They have actually got some great tracks, and they're actually playing in Leeds. They're playing on Leeds on mine and yours birthday, or the day before mine and yours birthday. So I'm feeling it might have to be a birthday trip up to Leeds for that one.
Maybe?
Yeah, well, yeah, road trip, train trip, any kind of trip at all.
Road trip for me.
Yeah, well, I think you've upset the kid there because you didn't invite her. You got to invite the kid, man. You've always got to invite the kid.
She might be able to come.
Yeah, that's the golden rules of having children around you. You've got to invite them to everything, even though they forget about it and you forget about it. Just invite them because it keeps the peace and that. Right, we're going to have some more new music here on Smile Radio. The next up on the list is Toast the Night, and this is by the BlueYellows.
Well, friends sit round the campfire, sounds of conversation, sparks of laughter light up the night sky. Throw more wood on, take a swig from the bottle and join on the earliest form of mass entertainment. Let's toast the night till the stars join together, turn the whole sky bright. Let's toast the night till the stars join together. Make it right, make it right. Well, I want you to know you're so special, but life conspires to never say what we're thinking, and day to day life feelings are flattened in our song. Let's show some emotion, say what we're thinking. Let's toast the night till the stars join together, turn the whole sky bright. Let's toast the night till the stars join together, make it right, make it right. Let's toast the night till the stars join together, turn the whole sky bright. Let's toast the night till the stars join together, make it right, make it so
All right. We played a song.
That is little brother Eli from their Live from Oxford album. Go check that one out because they done a crowdfunder for that and they raised the money in no time for it. They're such a great little band. Oops is one of their tracks that they've got on their Spotify. Go check out the Live from Oxford album. It is available on Spotify to listen to. Before that we had Toast of the Night, which was the BlueYellows, and yeah, you've had some great music this afternoon. We've got some more great music coming up in the next half hour here because that's all we've got left. The show is just whizzing by this afternoon. It's like you blink and 20 minutes have gone by.
I love how chill the music is.
Well, you know, when I was picking the playlist today, I was like, right, I want a little bit of rock, I want a little bit of indie, I want some folk, and I want some like a little bit of like pop, you know. But I wanted the stuff that, you know, you could sit there and you could be working away right now with a cup of tea, being like tapping your toes while clicking at your keyboard and filling out spreadsheets, or you know, even if you're working in a warehouse or wherever you're working, if you've got some Smile Radio on right now, I hope you are having a smile with us because, you know, we're chill, we're smiling, and yeah, we've got plenty more smiles to go throughout the day. So yeah, it's me, Ritchie J. I'm joined by Jonathan Edwards, the Lost Huntsman, on the Xbox. He's what, are you playing anything on Xbox at the moment, or are you just in show mode at the moment?
I have FIFA open.
He's had FIFA open. Now, you went back to like before I go into this story, because there's a big story behind this. Now, Johnny has a problem. He has a serious addiction that we need to address. A few years ago, a game called Skyrim,
Spanning years.
The Elder Scrolls, yeah, spanning years now. It's like 2013 or something when it came out, isn't it? Johnny had an unhealthy addiction to Skyrim. Now, you've got to help me because I've noticed as of late, because the games haven't been that great that have been coming out, Johnny's gone back to Skyrim. And if Johnny goes back to Skyrim, he'll be locking himself in a room with belts around his arms so he can hold the controllers in place and that. I just need a Skyrim fix, man. Come on. So please help us with Johnny's Skyrim problem.
I got this.
If you know of any decent games that are available right now to play on the Xbox, drop us a message at Smile Radio Yorkshire, at Game Boys of Smile. On Twitter and Instagram, it's at Smile Radio 3. On Instagram for the Game Boys, it's at Game Boys of Smile again. So yeah, drop us a message. If you've got a song you want to hear, we've got a request hour coming up very shortly this afternoon, so don't forget to get those requests in on www.smileradio.co. You can pick some golden oldies. We're not just all about the indie when it comes to the request hours, because we know you've got songs that you got stuck in your head and you got to get them out sometimes and that, you know. So yeah, pick a song and pick the playlist. You are the DJ. But in the meantime, it's me and Jonno, so we're playing unsigned music. So tough. It's great, and you're going to love it. All right?
Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. It's really funny that you said that. It takes me back. Me and Danny have this joke about it. Many years ago, I used to live in a house share. One of the guys was a heavy drinker. Anyway, he had a habit of, like, whenever anybody had beer in the house, he would nick the beer, so you have to stash your beer in really clever, elaborate places. Because he'd even go in your room when you was out and grab your beer. Some of the housemates were smoking weed. He'd nick the weed and all that sort of stuff. I might have been one of them housemates. I will not confirm or deny that. But yeah, it got to the point that it got really bad that one of the other housemates was like, dude, enough's enough. You've been drinking my beer. I've come home from work. I've had a really stressful day. I just want a beer and that. So he went to the shop and he got, because my mate had 2 beers, and he come back with this big bottle of beer and give it to him. He goes, here you go. He goes, what's this? He goes, you drunk 2 of my bottles? He's like, yeah, but this bottle's for me, and I'm going to drink this one, so deal with it. And it's just like, whoa, come on, man, you know. But honestly, the scene and the setting, it was a very tense moment. But it was pretty funny. I was sat there like trying not to... The tenseness came from me trying not to laugh over these 2 guys arguing over this bottle of Kronenberg and that. But yeah. So yeah, deal with it. This, ever since then, has become like the go-to saying for whenever anything gets heated in this house. It's just like, yeah, deal with it, you know. But yeah, coming up after us at 3 o'clock, let's have a look on the schedule here at Smile Radio. We have got... it is the all request hour at 3 o'clock, and then at 4 o'clock is the indie artist playlist, another all request hour at 7 o'clock, and then I believe possibly it could be on the whistle, though it's 50-50 at the moment. I believe that we might be not having on the whistle this evening, but don't worry, never fear, we'll have a great music playlist in place that you can listen to and smile in an evening. Now, if you're into your hardcore music, stay tuned for 10 o'clock at night, because from 10 o'clock till 3 a.m. here at Smile Radio, we play uncensored, unfiltered, uncut, raw music, the way that it should be listened to. So if you're into your harder rock, indie rock and stuff that's got a few naughty words
like
in it,
me and Ritchie.
Well, yes, very much like you. Tune in from 10 o'clock every night for the Renegade Rock Hours here on Smile Radio with the best, independent, undiscovered, rock music from all genres. So yeah, you know, come check it out. Come check out a Great Smile Radio show. And if you miss them, you can catch us again on demand. It's Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and all great podcasting sites. It's not even iTunes anymore, is it? It's Apple Podcasts. I've got an email about that to say that it changed over. It's like, I don't know why they have to overcomplicate things by changing the names and splitting them up into subgroups and that. Surely you subgroup something off. It's just more effort to go find that subgroup, isn't it? You know, I could moan all day. I'm a habitual moaner. Just ask my missus.
Well, you are the old man of the group.
Oh yeah, and you know that is something else that is very much
the guy with the rough voice.
Yeah, it's very much dawning on me that I am on the decline to 40 now. Like this year, it's no longer an uphill to 40. I'm on the downhill turn to 40. So like I've got 4 years to go until I turn that big 40. And I say
it's all right, Richie. We'll get you out. We'll make you feel young again.
Yay! I love it. But I was saying to Danny like last night, I'm 35 and I don't feel like I've accomplished that thing in life yet that I'm going to stand out for. Like everybody has that moment in life, and I don't think I've had mine yet, and it's frustrating. It does get to me, but that's why I'm working on the cartoon. So stay tuned and watch this space, and keep your eye out for the Game Boys cartoons. I've opened my Facebook.
Tell us how much you love it.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us how much you love it, and more importantly, share, and share alike. You know, keep sharing it. It's really funny. I'm looking at the post that I put up this afternoon or this morning to say that we was doing this show, and I had a comment from Jerry Hull, and it's Mr. Bean with his camera pulling a load of excited faces. And every time I open up my Facebook, that's there in front of me, so I keep laughing at it because I just see this Mr. Bean pulling all these funky faces at me and that. So yeah, it's an interesting life of a radio DJ here at Smile. Right, next one on the list is a featured artist here at Smile Radio. It's the Greedy Souls, local band to us, based in Leeds, and this is called I Need to Know. It's their newest song. Go check it out. It's now available on Spotify.
My dreams are like a ship sailing through my mind, traversing the seas on treacherous quays. But when the meaning of life is like a search for treasure, it's elusive and out of reach. How can it be found? Guide me through give me the vision, 'cause I need the key to unlock the answers. Show me how, give me intuition, 'cause I need to know, I need to know.
Let's go.
Why have they kept you waiting this long? Could they be checking if you're headstrong? How long's it gonna take? Are you feeling brave? Because you could be asking this time as they get caught up in another lie. How long's it gonna sit until you're sick of it? Hold your breath till I bleed, 'cause your words can only hurt me now. I can't take another lie. I've been breaking up, feel down inside. Secretly I always hide, but wait until the pain subsides. I can't live another truth now that I've outgrown that point of view. I need you. It's just another one of their lies. I guess they kept you guessing this time. How's it gonna taste when it all goes to waste? Are you as happy as your yesterday? As you begin to see in different ways, run out of all justification, can only build on this frustration. Hold your breath till I bleed, 'cause your words can only hurt me. Hold your breath till I bleed, 'cause your words can only hurt me now. I can't take another lie. I've been breaking up, feel down inside. Secretly I always hide, wait until the pain subsides. I can't live another truth now that I've outgrown that point of view. I need you. Tell me now, I need you. Just tell me now, so where's the clarity? I need. So where's the clarity? I can't take another lie. I've been breaking up, feel down inside. Secretly I always hide, wait until the pain subsides. I can't live another truth now that I've outgrown that point of view. I need you. I need you. I need you.
Oh, welcome back to the Ritchie J and Jonno show here on bloody mic on Small Radio. I'm having mic issues today. There we go, I fixed it now. Yeah, so we had a little bit of a mix there. We had the Greedy Souls with I Need to Know, the Rule of Fours by the Swamp River Rebellion. I love that name. That is a great band name. I just think of Swamp Thing when I hear it, but the Swamp River Rebellion, booyah. SKYFEVER and Burning Hands, the latest song, and that last one there was Headstrong by the Manatees. Now we're coming up to the final 15 minutes of the Ritchie and Jonno show today here on Smile Radio. So if you've got anything to say, now is the time. Drop it in at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Smile Radio 3. If you've got a request, get them in. Coming up at 3 o'clock is the all request hour, and then in between that, in the next hour between 2 o'clock, I always get confused because I used to do the 1 till 3 slot, but now it's like 12 till 2. There's another hour of the best indie pop playlist. So yeah, you can get some great indie pop coming up after us here on Smile Radio. We've got a few more songs to get through before we finish the show up today. But if you have missed any of the show, don't forget you can catch it again on demand. It is available on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, and yeah, all great podcasting sites. So yeah, don't miss out. Catch a Smile Radio show and grab yourself a smile. It's not just us. There's about there's loads of shows on there. I've done the count this week of I had a look at how many shows we've actually got on there, and we've broken the 400 mark for shows. So yeah, there's like a lot to choose from on there. You've got the Game Boys, you've got Colonel Bacchus, you've got the Codfather, Beth Williams, Nathan Downs, the New Music Food Truck, of course ourselves, and Rich and a little bit of Chris, and Chip Ahoy on Fridays. Get inspired with Adele Clough.
Of course, the Game Boys is the one you want to check out.
Yeah, the game. Mainly check out the Game Boys, but don't check it out too much because I'm using some of that for the cartoon. So yeah, don't check us out too much yet because you're not ready for that. You know. Obviously, check us out. I'm joking. But yeah, get involved with us. We're on YouTube. We are everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. You can catch our shows on WordPress, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. We're going out on there. So yeah, go check it out after this show, and stay tuned if you're into that here at Smile Radio for some great indie pop coming up very shortly after us. So yeah, one more song and then we're going to come back. Next up on the list is Adelaide, and yeah, and the next one is Pen and Paper.
So easily fading back into the corners of my mind. I start to wonder. I don't wanna look at you quiet as a crashing wave. You're hiding there in your favorite place. You can't escape, no. I start to wonder.
There you go there. That one was Pen and Paper by Adelaide. Welcome back. It's the final part of the show today here on Smile Radio with me and Jonno. I hope you have enjoyed yourself listening in today. Hopefully we've brought you a smile in some way, whether it's Johnny's crafty remarks as to what I do with my time when my son's not here, or it's just been the Ritchie rant, because we had the return of the Ritchie rant. It's been a pleasure to come back to do the show from Smile Radio after a little bit of a hiatus. Got to admit, did feel a little bit rusty around places, but don't worry, I will be back again next Wednesday with an all new Ritchie J Show. Unfortunately, no Jonno though, because he's off on his travels. He's travelling England. He's on the Jonno World Tour, sowing his.
I am. Come see me.
Sowing his Royal
Shields,
Middlesbrough oats.
Puckweld.
Puckweld Shields, yeah. So yeah, get yourself down and hook up with Jonno if whatever he takes anything these days, doesn't you, Jonno? You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
I had
I'll
to-
sign autographs as well.
Yeah, he signs autographs for that. Yeah, he'll take whatever he can get at this point. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, don't forget, coming up now after this is the Indie Pop playlist. But you have been listening to the Ritchie J Show with me and Jonno. I'm Ritchie J. Catch me again tomorrow night with the Game Boys for our all triumphant after summer return. Over to you, Jonno.
I'll say hasta la vista, since apparently it's a thing I've got to do now.
Well, it's been a while since you've said it as well. You know, it's been whole of summer and nobody on Smile Radio's heard Hasta La Vista apart from on the sweeper. So, you know, yeah.
I know, they must be devastated.
I know, they must be like, where's the Pasta La Vistas at, man? I'm gutted. I'm really gutted, you know. But yeah, I'll let you finish us saying your goodbyes on that, you know, before I buy in.
And I'll catch you tomorrow, all being well.
You probably
As
will
long as he
do.
hasn't kicked me off for the comment I made earlier.
I might do. It's up for debate. Yeah, I might have to take it to the House of Commons so they can debate it in Parliament,
Oof.
upturn it, downturn it, left turn it, right turn it, U-turn it.
Well, that's alright.
You name it,
I've
they've
got,
turned
like,
it.
A year at least.
Maybe 2. You know, 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. I mean, these how these things work anyway. But yeah, you've been listening to our show. We're back tomorrow with the Game Boys. On that note.
Hey, Smile Radio, home of the Game Boys every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Now back to some great music. Hasta la vista.